Hi, welcome to Zydoxa. I upload around 3 videos a week, so please subscribe so you don't miss any. And before we start, I need to give a warning that details within this video some of you may find disturbing. Today, we're looking at the day in 2010 that saw a 40-year-old Seaworld instructor killed by the whale she worked with. Seaworld Orlando, Florida is an animal theme park and is ranked 10th most visited amusement park in the United States. The park has around 20 different attractions which include live shows and rides. One of the live show areas is the Shamu Stadium, which opened in 1984 and is home to 5 killer whales or orcas. And it was on the 24th of February 2010, during one of these live shows called Dine with Shamu, that 40-year-old instructor Dawn Brackenhugh lost her life. Dawn Brackenhugh, sorry I keep saying it wrong, had worked for a number of years with dolphins at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, then otters and sea lions in Seaworld. Then in 1996, she got her dream job working with the orcas at Seaworld. Dawn was one of the head instructors and worked with the largest orca called Tilikum, who weighed in at around 6 tons. Wednesday the 24th of February 2010 started like any other day, with thousands of people heading to Seaworld to enjoy a day of fun, thrills and wonder. At least 12 people sat down to eat at an open-air restaurant while watching a Shamu performance poolside as Tilikum performed with Dawn. The performance was a huge success. Visitors were in awe of the close bond between the orca and human and was amazed at the stunts performed. However, during the end of the show routine, everything changed. Dawn was lay at the edge of the pool, rubbing Tilikum's head. The orca then moved very quickly, grabbing Dawn's ponytail and pulled her into the water. The attack that followed horrified all who saw it. It was incredibly violent and extremely prolonged. Tilikum was seen vigorously shaking Dawn, and when she did get free and tried to swim to safety, he was seen impacting her squarely in the chest. Within just 5 minutes, the attack was over and Dawn was dead. However, it took other trainers and staff 45 minutes to coax Tilikum away from Dawn's body. The official cause of death was drowning with blunt force injury. Dawn's arm was ripped from its socket. Her hair and scalp were found at the bottom of the pool after being ripped off her head, and her spinal cord had been severed along with numerous other injuries. After this horrific attack, Tilikum spent the rest of his days in a pool rarely seen by the public. Reports claim he would spend hours just lying on the surface of the water before he died in January 2017. The risks and warning signs were always there. Orcas are an ultimate predator, and Tilikum had been responsible for the deaths of 2 other people decades before. One of those was trainer Kelty Byrne in 1991 at Sealand in Canada, and the other was Daniel P. Jukes in 1999 at Seaworld. Daniel was trespassing at the time. After the death of Dawn, Seaworld received massive backlash, with their demanding training performances and breeding programs of marine animals being to blame. For instance, let's look at Tilikum's life. He was 2 years old in 1983 when he was captured off the coast of Iceland and held in a small concrete holding tank in Reykjavik. He was 22.5 foot long and could barely swim in circles. In 1984, he was then shipped to Sealand in Canada, where he was housed with two older dominant females who regularly abused him by raking him with their teeth. He also was subjected to rigorous training programs. Then, after he and the two females killed trainer Kelty Byrne in 1991, he was sent to Seaworld. Tillicum's situation didn't seem to improve and was found in 1991 with trespasser Daniel Duke's body draped over his back. Seaworld continued its operations. Tillicum was used within Seaworld's breeding programs and made regular appearances in the park's various performances. A decade passed until Dawn's death. It came to light that Seaworld's captive orcas often showed signs of distress, and the stress would cause stomach ulcers. They would also be given Valium when they were being hard to control. A documentary called Blackfish was released highlighting Tillicum and other captive whales' lives. For instance, Tillicum was separated from his family. He experienced confinement, boredom, chronic disease and aggression. While Tillicum's 30-year life story is tragic and the death of 3 people, there was some good that came of it. It brought the poor treatment of captive orcas to light and ended Seaworld's captive breeding program. There are 5 orcas still featured in Seaworld shows to this day. However, the company did say that these whale shows will phase out with the last of its current captive orca population. It is amazing to see such beautiful animals up close, but we must ask ourselves, is it morally right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and please support the channel by liking and subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join me in the next video. Bye for now.